Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into something called quantum living spaces. Now, this is way more than just a business plan. Think of it as a blueprint for a totally different way of life, one that's more functional, more conscious, and it's all born from a really powerful personal journey. It really all boils down to one big question. How do you take something that could easily break you, a lifelong challenge, and how do you flip that and turn it into a vision? A real, tangible plan that could help literally everyone live a better, more comfortable life. Well, that's the real story we're getting into today. And this quote from the founder, Matt, just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't about moving units or making sales. It's about a deep, personal passion to help people. That's the engine behind this entire thing. So to really understand what quantum living spaces is, we've got to start with the why. And that why all comes back to the founder's own journey of healing and how he turned a really tough situation into some incredible insight. Okay, this is where it gets really fascinating. Think about this mix of experience. For half his life, he's been managing a chronic illness, so he knows wellness inside and out from a personal perspective. But at the same time, he's got all this hands-on, real-world experience. We're talking land care, construction, even running a healing center. That combination gives you a point of view you just can't get from a textbook. You have to live it. 2011. Just take a look at that year. This wasn't just another year. This was a massive turning point. It was the last time Matt saw a general practitioner. Now, this wasn't about rejecting medicine. It was about taking control. It marked the beginning of this incredible personal quest to build an unyielding mindset and to find the tools for a truly functional life, completely on his own terms. So, that personal journey, all those insights, all the tools he gathered along the way, that became the bedrock for the vision we now know as quantum living spaces. So what is it exactly? Well, the most important word here is ecosystem. This is not just some online store. It's a whole system designed to show you and then give you the actual tools you need to live a more sustainable, functional, and conscious life. Of course, a vision this huge doesn't happen overnight. You need a solid plan, right? So they've mapped out a whole 5-year blueprint to build this thing from the ground up, piece by piece. And the rollout is really smart. It's done in these clear, logical phases. Instead of trying to do everything all at once, they start with what's most important, building a foundation of credibility. And from there, every phase just builds on the success of the one before it. And if you look at the goals, the strategy is crystal clear. You start small, with hand-picked products to build trust. That trust gets you real testimonials, which validates the whole idea. That validation then gives you the authority to do bigger things, like your own products and even a physical eco-village. It's a ladder, and the end goal is a system that can totally sustain itself. Okay, so we keep talking about these tools. What are they? Let's get down to brass tacks and see what kind of products really make up the foundation of this whole vision. Every single one has a purpose. And wow, the scope here is pretty amazing. It goes all the way from personal wellness stuff like infrared saunas and cold plunges to the nuts and bolts of your home like solar batteries, water systems, and top-notch air filtration. It's a completely holistic way of thinking about your living space. All right, let's just ask the question that might be on your mind. You look at a list like that and you might think, okay, is this just a collection of the latest wellness fads? It's a fair question. And here's the answer. And it's probably the most important point of all. For Matt, these were never about trends. These are the actual tools that he personally used, that he researched, that he relied on to build a functional life for himself. The list even includes things he still wants to try. This isn't marketing, it's sharing an authentic, lived experience. So when you put all of that together, the personal story, the smart plan, the authentic products, you finally start to see the grand vision. It's a complete, self-sustaining ecosystem. The whole thing stands on these 4 interconnected pillars. You've got the eco-village, which is like a real-life showroom. You've got the product line, which gives you the tools. The experiential learning teaches you how to use them. And the brand and community, well, that's the glue that holds it all together. See how they all feed into each other? It's brilliant. So the ultimate outcome, the end game, is this living, breathing thing. It's a brand, an ecosystem that weaves together how we live, how we learn, and how we connect as a community, all around this central idea of a more conscious life. And that kind of leaves us with one last big idea to chew on. What if the future of wellness isn't about the next gadget you can add to your cart? What if it's about a place, a community,
where you can actually go and experience it all for yourself. Something to think about.